Basically, as a chief government architect, you can form your own agenda, so you can address what you think is important. And next to that, you have an office, an atelier of about 40 people with different specialists in it. So you have quite a unique position. And basically, you can deal with everything you think you should deal with. Now, what is important to me is, first of all, take care of the government-owned buildings. They are important, often monumental buildings, so to take good care of that, I find a responsibility I definitely work on. But next to that, I think it's important to link the architectural way of thinking to a much broader field, to liberate it from architecture alone. In that sense, what I have put on my agenda are the big social questions. Questions like, how do we deal with refugees coming into our country? What kind of houses do we provide for them? But also I have a big research on who cares, we called it. Like, what do we do with caregiving at the moment that our population is aging? And that is something I think which is very important, because that's how you create a culture. And I often call it, it's a study on the art of living together. All government-owned buildings are financed with public money. And to me that means that you have to serve a public goal with its architecture. For me it's very important to make these buildings very inviting, to invite the public. Which nowadays is not always easy, because a lot of security measures have to be taken. And for me that's where I always look at when I look at government buildings. How do we receive the public? How public is the public building? What I like about Swiss architecture, and maybe it is based on the same principles as the Dutch architect, in the sense that it's very creative. There's a sense of being radical in architecture, and I admire that, because often you see that if a country becomes very rich, it also becomes very conservative in architectural styles. I think here the Swiss architects manage to be modern in a convincing way. And not only modern, but also with a very high grade of precision. And radical combined with precision, that's what I love about Swiss culture. Different groups, different reactions, which makes me rethink what looks self-evident.